Hello everyone, this is Hostage of Europe, Anwar Nilufari. Today is Sunday, March 14th, 2021. If you have been following on this prolonged hostage-taking situation here in Greece, which is now rapidly closing to up to 7 years, then you might have been wondering why all of a sudden I have become so silent for quite a long time. Well, whether you believe it or not, this was mainly because I was extremely unwell, to the point that I couldn't even speak at all because of suffering from some kind of severe chronic coughing with all its troubling side effects. Although in the hope of a quick recovery, I was even bound to a bed for quite a long time. Yet it didn't really work out, and I could hardly have any activities other than drafting and sending emails. Although over the course of the past 2 to 3 weeks I recovered a little, but my coughing problem still persists. However, not as severe as before. I have been acutely suffering from this illness for over 3 months now, 2 months of which I was unable to speak at all. Due to imposed COVID-19 restrictions, it was quite difficult to see a doctor. Although my COVID-19 test came back negative on Friday, January 8, 2021, but still I wasn't able to see a doctor up until Tuesday, February 2nd, 2021. Despite undergoing several tests such as CRP test and X-Ray test, yet the doctor still seemed to have been unable to pinpoint the exact cause of my illness. Prior to the performing of the above-mentioned tests, the doctor had initially suggested that the cause of my severe coughing could be related to an asthmatic illness that might have been developed over the course of years of my continued protest at the doorsteps of the UN Refugee Agency, UNHCR, in Athens, Greece, many months of which carried out even without having a shelter on the cracked pavement and in the nasty and sickening dust. Which is why the doctor initially prescribed the use of a particular inhaler, which is here. And when the test results came back, a day after my visit to the doctor, I was also told the doctor had also recommended taking 1 dose of SingulAir 10 mg a day for 2 weeks and had recommended thorough examination and even hospitalization if the coughing did not go away by the end of the 2 weeks. Even 1 month after the 2 weeks deadline, my coughing still hasn't disappeared, and also I have been trying either to see another doctor or get admitted to a hospital, but due to the continuation of the COVID-19 restrictions, I haven't been able to do neither of them. As you could learn from my previous posts, ever since my discharge from the second hospital in September 2020, I had remained a guest of Miss Elizabeth's and Miss Tatiana's up until 2 weeks ago. In the past 2 weeks, they helped with my temporary accommodation in a hotel room somewhere around Acropolis. In the meantime, I have also been told that they wouldn't be able to shoulder the burden of helping me out much longer, and as such, regardless of my current health conditions, my return to my protest site at the doorsteps of the UNHCR's office would be inevitable and could occur even before April. While the Greek state continues to refuse taking me to a deportation camp, the UN Refugee Agency UNHCR continues pushing for my further imprisonment in this savage country, where not only they stripped me of all my assets and which were essential for my survival and took away every shred of my dignity, but seems wouldn't want to stop until they have taken away my life as well. Years of continued pain and suffering, humiliation, degradation, and torture that had been forcibly and systematically so unjustly inflicted upon my life. Since the last September, I have also become completely dependent on others for my very survival. If none of those conditions constitute as a vulnerable state, you could imagine in the eyes of these people nothing else would. This not only shows us how ill-intended these people are and have been towards me for the past 6 hellish years, but also gives us a clear example which tells us they are not in the business of helping people, but rather in the business of making money off of the people's pain and suffering. Which is why if they cannot find a reason not to honor a claim, they would fabricate one of their own. Such as many other corrupt institutions grabbing power by wrapping their hands around the necks of individuals, in this case, the most vulnerable people of all, refugees whom they see and treat as nothing more but slaves. Perhaps that is why my dire situation never seems to get won, ended, or resolved. While this atrocity continues to take its courses, the severity of the circumstances drastically increases the risks of falling prey in the hands of those hiding in ambush and wouldn't miss any opportunity to take advantage of people's vulnerabilities. The latest of such incident occurred the last year when I have so cowardly backstabbed by a group of Kurds and Persians residing in the US and Canada who have claimed to have wanted to help, yet at the end it turned out all they ever wanted was to steal and make money off of my dire situation. This is also a reference to a fundraising campaign promoted on my social media accounts during last September. Also, I disclosed some of the details of this matter in my latest Facebook post, but I will also try to make a video on the same issue as soon as I can. However, until such time arrives, I would like to encourage you to support this cause by signing and sharing my online petition, which is hosted on change.org. Simply go to change.org/hostage of Europe. I would greatly appreciate it if you kindly sign and share this petition with whomever you can. In the meantime, whereas my struggle in finding a reliable law firm, human rights organization, center, clinic that would be able to take on the defense of my case in a timely and efficient manner before the European Court of Human Rights ECHR on a pro bono basis still continues. So if you know of any organization or individual that might be able to help with this matter, I would very much appreciate it if you let me know. Nothing like this should happen to anyone, anywhere, and no one should be pushed through a situation like this. This is a dire emergency. Please do not be indifferent and ignorant to what is happening here, and take action. Take action now. Thank you. Yours respectfully, Hostage of Europe and Bernie Ferry. Today is Sunday, March 14, 2021. That would be it for this video. Take care.